Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to Pinoy News. Man, listen, all right. I'll be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea, like, who the fuck is running the U.S. government right now. But, it is what it is. And we were talking about this in the motherfucking, in the Discord, right? And I figured we would stand here and, like, have this conversation live because I think it's just, what we need to do. You know what I mean? Like, it's a really interesting conversation. So, Dark Star Floyd, man, listen, who the fuck is running this bitch?
Well, I guarantee you it is not the motherfucker that was installed like a goddamn toilet. Okay, I promise you. The president is not running this thing.
I would agree with you 100%. I don't think fucking Joe Biden's running anything, right?
Oh, I would have to say that
somebody's pulling his strings, and that's scary.
Right. So, like, Dark Star, go ahead, man, because Floyd decided to talk over you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, that's just what he does. I've come to accept this, and I still love him, but I still hate him.
Yeah, everybody hates Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was real life, we would probably all set him on fire. Like, I understand where you are. You know what I mean? He's a furry, and most furries deserve the goddamn fucking needle, and then the gasoline and the match. We understand. All right. So, who the fuck is running this bitch?
Well, if I had to say, I would have to say it's probably I'd have to say it's an amalgamation of people that's operating kind of behind the scenes, but maybe not really. I mean, instead of looking for, who's hiding in the shadows that might be doing it, I'd say try looking out in the open. That's the best place to hide, to be honest.
I would agree with you, right? So, like, all right, so so we were getting into it, and here's my thoughts. My thoughts are, I think that each of the individual parts of the government are running their own shit, right? And they're all going in their own direction, right? They're all like moving towards their own like goals and means. And by the way, let me say what up to everybody in the chat. I have no idea. What up? Fun in their cars with kids. How you doing, Willie Colley? How you living? Gulf City, Nicholas Donkin. Nice to see you out here. Adam Hartz, and Dan the Defiant in the motherfucking chat. Welcome, my brothers. Welcome. You know what I'm saying, nice to see y'all out here. But I really do think that like the idea of the deep state, right? Is it's a really apt reference. It's the idea that like you just have like all these bureaucrats who are running things, and like this is kind of like what I've gotten down to as far as like your legislatures can't legislate, right? So like when they need to change policy, it's not it's not like the fucking policymakers are doing things. It's the goddamn straight sith mail. How you doing, right? Fucking, it's not the legislatures that are doing it. It's not the congressmen or the fucking House of Representatives or any of these fucking people. It's the individual agencies, right? Like, so if they want to pass new fucking I don't know, eco regulations, the EPA just does it. Right? If you want to pass new motherfucking, I don't know, like fucking shit for work laws, the labor relation board or the goddamn fucking the OSHA joints do it, right? Like it's that level of where like literally like the government runs itself, right? Like literally like you could take away the president and the Congress and nothing would fucking change. Short of once a year, you would have a problem funding all this shit. Right.
That is an excellent point. You're right. It does seem like like every single department is starting to act autonomously.
Yeah, I mean, because that's kind of where we are. Like the whole the reason why Afghanistan went bad wasn't a military thing, right? That had everything to do with the fact that like the State Department was running it. Right. And the State Department, like they're over here hanging like fucking LBGTQ fucking and trans flags on the goddamn embassies and, promoting like homosexuality in fucking workplaces and female rights and in a place where motherfuckers don't have roads. They don't have indoor plumbing. Right. And you're over here like, yeah, you're right. Right. You're over here promoting like LGBTQ rights. And you wonder why like that shit's
so
not working.
You're promoting LGBTQAI plus in these fucking areas that have like dirt roads and shit.
Yo, look. Afghanistan is the size of Texas by square mileage, right? And it has the same amount of roads that Rhode Island does.
Isn't
Yep.
Rhode Island like the smallest goddamn state in
it's
the
literally-
union?
Yo,
Yo,
look, I'm not playing
what
with you. You
you're
can
doing
drive
is-
through Rhode Island in 25 minutes.
You're spreading modern liberalism in what is essentially a medieval country.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
That just doesn't work.
Yeah, I feel you, right? But like the military wasn't running it. It was not a military operation. It was a State Department operation.
Oh no, exactly. Because if the military was running that shit, there would have, Kabul wouldn't have fucking happened.
Wow. Wait. Look, yo, did you ever hear the story about like what happened when like when we first went in there and we were looking for Osama bin Laden?
God, what, back in 2001 or something?
2002, maybe 2001.
But what happened? That's before.
All right, so check this out. So all right, so Osama bin Laden. The reason why we went into Afghanistan in the first place is because the Taliban were allowing motherfucking Al Qaeda and Osama to hide in fucking Afghanistan, in Kabul, right, in the area around Kabul. And so like our military, they told the military, go get this motherfucker, right? They were like, go get him. And we're like, okay, we can go get him. You know what I'm saying? And like, so the military fucking brought George W. Bush the plans. And the plan was 12 times in a row, they brought him the plan. We need to drop a fucking nuke on Kabul, right? they're like, yo, look, there is no military operation available that we are going to be able to go in and get him. There's just not a fucking chance. All right. He is hiding in a cave in the Himalayan fucking mountains. All right. Under the Himalayan mountains. There is not a fucking chance that we're going to get him. We need to nuke the area if we want to get him. And like George Bush was like, no, look, I can't justify nuking a fucking a city. I can't. No. All right. Like we cannot just go nuke these fucking people. And so like the giant quagmire began where like we got in there with the military, and the military basically became escorts for State Department, which were trying to fucking set up economic operations. And by the way, I have a question for y'all.
Yeah.
Recently, I learned what it takes to join NATO as a country. Do you know what the expectations are?
About metric fuck tons of money?
No, it's not that. It's not that. Check this out, right? So, number one, you have to be a fucking liberal democracy, right? Number two, you have to have a fucking capitalist market, right? You cannot have a socialist market. Okay. You cannot have a communist market. You cannot have a fascist market. You have to be a capitalist, open, free market that is willing to fucking do trade with anybody else, right? And number three, you can't have any war or border disputes.
With the free market?
I mean, I don't really have a problem with a free market. I just find it bad that, like, we are over here deciding who we are and are not going to help based on how they run their economy.
That is a good point.
Right? Like I feel like that's a weird metric.
Well, see, then the question is, why are we even assisting Ukraine then, since they're technically a corrupt oligarchy that does not have a free economy?
Because we put them in that
I'll tell you exactly why we're fucking assisting Ukraine. Because wouldn't you be a little bit pissed off if
Evil Dead Ed's here. Yo, what up, Ed? What up, Ed? Man, listen,
was fucking attacking the place that you are laundering your money through?
Well, I mean, that's not really it, right? In the end of the day,
how are you going to convince the State Department based on your books? I'm just saying, we threw that government that's currently in Ukraine in power in like 2014. That's a start. So we already had our fingers in that fucking bowl.
Yeah.
Fun fact about that, believe it or not, that entire system.
Also, we've also just had a death wish on Russia for the last 20 years for no fucking
80, 90 years?
Well, 90, yeah.
I think we should be, talking to Russia, and we should be friends with them because, they're like
they have all the
probably
shit.
the second largest nuclear power.
No, they
Oh,
are
no,
the
but,
largest.
like,
They are
also
the
they're
largest.
resource rich.
Yeah, they got more stockpile than even the U.S. does, bro.
Joshua Demers is here. What up, Joshua?
We
I just see you out
have
there.
the potential to fuck each other up, like real quick.
Mm.
Yo, nukes.
Yeah, maybe. Don't make that your fucking enemy.
Well, here's my thing, right? All right. Well, yeah. Number one, like they have all those nukes, so like I feel like going to war with them is dumb as a whole, right? But secondly, right, they are like by far the most resource rich nation in the fucking world, right? Just by far and away. They have all of the things. They have natural gas. They have fucking oil. They have fucking neon. They have fucking iron. They have fucking steel. They have fucking gold. They have molybdenum. They have silver. They have nickel. Right? Like they have all of the things that we need. Right? They have like just all of it, just everything. Right? And the problem is that we have an issue with dealing with governments that don't have like just raw open markets that allow our fucking corporations to go in and just do whatever the fuck they want. Right? They don't like that. Our government doesn't like that much because our government is basically bought and paid for by fucking U.S. corporations. I wish it was the other way around, where the U.S. was just protecting the corporations. The fucking corporations own our government. This is a fucking problem, right? This is something that, like, I think we as America, and again, we get back to, so, all right, this is kind of where this conversation came up. If our government, right, was like actually like being ran, right, like there was somebody to fucking charge, I think we would have had at least a conversation in the past 20 years about one of the millions of terrible fucking things that was going to happen and were predicted to happen, right? And us preparing for it. But like, if we're honest, there is not a goddamn thing we have done that would show like even like if like if it was a community, right? Like and like you were facing a goddamn fucking plague, right? That fucking cut down people who were fat. The government would have came out of your community and said, "Hey guys, you guys all need to get in shape, all right? Because like we don't want you dying because of the fact that you're fat, Cheeto eating fucks. You need to put the Cheetos down and get outside and exercise and put some miles on your fucking shoes, and like fucking stop eating goddamn fucking Doritos every goddamn day." But we just didn't do this at all.
Well, see, and you're right.
Okay.
It does go back. It really does go back to what you were saying about the who is really running things, and I think you hit the nail on the head, man. I'm really starting to wonder if it is the corporations that are behind everything that we're seeing right now.
Well, they have all the money behind it. I think it all
Who
comes
the
down
hell
to
else is
ideology.
behind it?
I think it all comes down to ideology is why we're doing what we're doing. The way we think as a people.
Oh, Trinity Trails Nimbus is out there. What up, man? Welcome.
Well, yeah,
welcome.
that's true. But at the same time, though, where did that ideology stem from, and how was it able to propagate in the past?
Well,
You
we're talking
want to run this? Okay, all right, fine. You want to run this? All right. So now we have the corporations to blame. Yes. Okay. Let's blame them.
Wait, hang on, man. Yo,
It's
Floyd.
not
what
the
are you trying to say,
corporation.
Floyd, wait a minute. Here's the problem, right? Here's the problem we have. Okay, so like you have two sides to that coin. One is insurance companies are going to go bankrupt soon, right? They're no longer going to be able to be a viable thing, right? Number one, because the boomers are old, right? And number two, because all the people are fat.
Yeah, and the millennials absolutely fucking hate insurance companies.
And most of us don't have insurance because we're all like fucking independent contractors.
Hey, Floyd, is there like are you standing in like a giant stadium just yelling at people?
Yeah, are you in an echo chamber, dude?
He is in an echo chamber.
He likes the sound of his own voice.
No, I just, I have an opinion.
No.
Yeah,
we mean you have an echo, is what we're saying. Like, you sound like you're inside of a bathroom, like fucking yelling while you're like, in the bathtub with glass doors around you.
You sound like you're in a high school hallway somewhere in Michigan.
Are you fucking serious?
Very
Is
better.
Yes.
this
That's
doing a
better.
thing again?
Again.
Oh, what? You can hear me chew? I apologize, man. Like, so I'm sorry. I didn't know you could hear me chew. I'll mute out when I eat something. Right. Anyway.
Floyd, here's an idea, bro. Put on some headphones. I think that'll help.
Yeah, I have headphones.
All right.
That's 100% what I'm
Have
doing.
you messed with your mic monitoring?
Okay, yo, man, let's stop talking about this fucking microphone. Back to the conversation at hand, right? Because we got lots of people in the chat.
Yo, I
Man,
think
fucking Mo
we,
for show, fucking Joshua Demers, goddamn fucking artist XCC's here. Man, welcome everybody, welcome. Nice to see everybody out here tonight. Right. So, all right, let's conversate about this because I think this gets back to the point of like each of the individual, like I don't think that our government is like being ran by the individuals we elect, right? At all, like just in general, right? They don't. They're basically fucking empty suits, right? The people who are actually running things are like the bureaucrats in the bottom of the government. Like, so like if you want to change something, like OSHA does the motherfucking regulation change, or like fucking like you want to change some labor market, like I go to OSHA or go to like the Bureau of Labor Relations. If you want to like fucking deal with something when it comes to like criminal stuff, you do with the Department of Justice, right? If you want to stand here and motherfucking like, and none of these people are elected. You want to stand here and deal with like, say, I don't know, like some new regulation on drugs, like you fucking the FDA or some new regulation on whatever, right? Like all these places, they fucking stand here and set the goddamn policy. The Congress and like the goddamn Senate and I mean the fucking president doesn't do a fucking thing. Everything they do gets rejected back away by the fucking court. And so literally these agencies are the ones who are actually running the fucking government. And I think all these agencies are fucking captured by corporations, just depending on which one captures which one.
That's a very good point. I mean, when you think about it, you've got different
anymore. They just throw money at the.
What up, Samash?
Well, see, now, Captain, when you think about it, think of it this way. You've got the lobbyists that go down there, and then they're the ones that are approaching the politicians and so on and so forth. But I'm almost wondering if those same lobbyists for specific industries also have the ear of specific bureaucracies within the system as well.
I think they're getting paid.
They gotta be.
I don't know who's paying who, but somebody is getting their pockets lined.
If you're a corporation, let's say you're a pharmaceutical company and you want to sell some shit, you hit up the FDA, you throw your boys some cash and get your shit passed.
Okay, all right. I'll go with you on that.
Well, Justin Demers, right, is standing here asking me what's the way out. Like it's a national divorce, right? At the end of the day, right? I'd show you a picture of it, but I'll be honest, man. Fucking like StreamYards has now locked down all the fucking content that I'm allowed to put up behind the goddamn premium banner, and I'm not paying $27 a month for something I use once every 2 weeks. Like I'm just not fucking doing it. It is not worth it for me. All right?
Yeah, no, dude. I'm not gonna fucking sit here behind a paywall.
Yeah, I'm not doing that shit, all right? I'm not paying for this motherfucking shit. Like, get out of here. I used to pay for it. I did, but like I'm not doing it anymore. Right? It took forever to get this shit canceled. So like legit, I think the answer is a national divorce, right? Legit. And not like in the 2 different countries, in the like 8. Right? And like literally like form new countries with new governments because we have to just flush all of Washington DC at this point.
8 is even almost on a macro.
I agree. Fucking flush the swamp.
Right. It just that's where the hell we are. I don't think any of it's worth saving. Like real shit. No. There's no parts of the American government that's worth saving anymore. I mean, everybody's like, what about the military, man? We're gonna get conquered. Nope. Like, yo, look, China's entire goddamn fucking navy is a bunch of rubber duck fleets and shit. All right.
Yeah. I was talking to boomers the other day. They were worried about fucking North Korea.
We got Russia fucking cruising around, being towed by fucking tugboats. They're fucking aircraft carrier. It's being towed around by goddamn tugboats.
The fuck are you talking about, Floyd?
Yeah, like Russia's navy has like recently had like boats that they're so old. Like they haven't built anything new. Like all of their goddamn boats and frigates and whatever the fuck they have are now so goddamn old that like they can barely goddamn float, and like they have to be towed in a lot of cases where the hell they're going.
Yeah, they don't work. They don't work at all.
But somehow they're worth over $100 billion that we've given to Ukraine. Okay.
Yo, literally, we
There you go. There you go. You just made your point. Oh, $100 billion to fight a fucking aircraft carrier that has to be towed around by goddamn tugboats.
It's just like printed money. Like shit never gonna fucking market.
Yeah, we've given Ukraine more money to fight Russia than Russia spends on its military in a year.
That's true. That is true. Much more than Russia spends on their own military a year.
I think
I think like 60% more last I checked.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that the United States has given them more money than what the United States spends on its own military in a year.
That's not true.
Yeah.
We spend nearly $1 trillion a year on our military.
I think like half our GDP goes to our military a year, doesn't it?
No, that's not true. All right, so we spend our spending every year is 125% of GDP, and the majority of it, about 75% of that, is Social Security and Medicare.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
we spend. I think we spend around like 3% of GDP on fucking our defense.
All right, that makes sense. I haven't had a serious political talk in a while, so my number's a little off. That's what happens when you hang out with a baby and a woman all the time.
Well, here's the thing. So, like, a lot of people are working on outdated information. Like back in the 60s and 70s, what you said was absolutely true, right? 100, like it was something like out of 100% of spending, like fucking only 30% of it would be like non-discretionary spending, which would be Social Security and Medicare, because like there was no old people at that point, right? And so like then the rest of it was all like defense or fucking education or fucking whatever, fucking fucking I don't know, spray painting goddamn monuments, whatever the fuck they were doing, right?
If you can call
Right.
it fucking
Like,
education, yeah,
whatever,
sure.
yeah, whatever the fuck we were spending it on at that point. Like I don't know, fuck underwater lesbian basket weaving courses for the fucking State Department employees, whatever, right? So like now though, you know what I mean? Like it's on the level of where only like 25% of what it is that we actually like the Congress like funds every year is like actually what we spend. The rest of it is all, like shit that just automatically comes the fuck out. Fund under carpet gets said about 4%. Yeah, I said 3. I'm not far off. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, so like literally like, so Congress has money that or the government has money it has to spend, which is Social Security and Medicare. It runs on its own. This is what I'm saying about like this, the government running on its own fucking steam. Like literally a lot of this stuff is just basically just, it runs on its own shit without any approval from anybody. Nobody approves any of this shit anytime. It's all been set up like years and years and years ago, and it's just running off of momentum. Right. And so like Social Security and Medicare, these two big ass programs, like literally they are motherfucking like automatically taken out. There is no like approval. There's no like we vote on it. There's none of that shit. Just automatically it comes out. And that is about 75% of the United States budget right now.
The fucked up thing is we really need to rethink the Social Security claims right now. Because I would gladly give up Social Security if they gave me back my tax money and I can invest that in my IRA or 401k.
Yeah, you probably should not buy 401ks or IRAs right now. Like that is a terrible idea.
Oh no, things are about to collapse. Things are about to collapse. I will not disagree with you there, but I still gotta hope for the future somehow.
No, you should not. Don't hope for the future at this point. It's not worth doing. Don't do that. Okay.
Nah, dude,
so like here's
you're better off investing in crypto.
All right, since I got a bunch of subs here and I got everybody here, this is the new mentality. All right, here's a new mental that I have figured out thus far, doing a bunch of reading and research and understanding things and like putting 2 and 2 together. We are at the end. We are past we ended expansion about like fucking 70 years ago as far as the fucking culture is concerned, right? Basically the reason why Social Security was set up in the first place that it was Germany under the Kaiser, and he sat here and he set up Social Security in 1896, right? Because all of the Germans had left Germany, all the young Germans left Germany and came to America, right? And then after that, you know what I'm saying? Like all the rest of the West did these retirement plans and shit, right? Because like literally everybody on the East Coast of America moved to the West Coast. Everybody in fucking, goddamn Italy and fucking, I don't know, France and whatever. They all went to, France went to Canada. Thank God they didn't come here, right? Swedish, they came here, right? So, okay, right. And so like, now we're at the end of that expansion, right? And like, that is everybody's kind of like staying put. Like, you have some movement between like California and Texas or whatever it is, but like that's nobody cares about California. All right, legit. If California like drowned tomorrow, we would all be thankful they got a bath. Fucking, but like,
Yeah,
so
yeah. I
right
kind of
now,
want
we need to have
California
a
to.
conversation. We need to have a conversation about whether or not we need retirement anymore. Like, whether that should even be a fucking thing. Because like, what should happen is you buy a house, right? And your
Okay.
kids live in that house, right? And then
Mhm.
like, your kids get married, right? And they
Yes.
stay there and they raise their grandkids there, right? And your grandkids hang out with the grandparents while the kids go to work, right? And that should be how like your family functions, because this is how it's functioned since
Forever.
7800 BC, right?
Yeah, it's
You know
like
what I mean? Right
50
up
years
until
ago.
yeah, up until like 60 years ago, this is exactly how everything worked, right? And we had a big period of expansion where, like we conquered North America, settled the West, fucking did all types of things, moved to Hawaii, had some, people going, to fucking Mexico or whatever the fuck it is. So we did, right? We had people set up coffee shops up in Seattle and then, decide that they all wanted to kill themselves and do heroin, all this type of stuff, right? So, like now that all that's over with, you know what I mean? And everybody's kind of like, all right, well, we're here, we're not going nowhere. We're here, we're queer, we're not fucking, you got to deal with it or whatever, right? We have all that shit. We need to have a conversation about Social Security and go like, all right, look, we don't need this stuff anymore. And I understand the Medicaid ideology, like, like everybody needs to be able to have a way to take care of themselves. But on the same point, we should probably have a conversation about, like our in general understanding of mortality, right? And go like, you're gonna die, dummy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna happen. Like,
Right.
100% of you who are watching this, 100% of the people in this call,
Will die.
100% of
Will
people
die.
on Earth, listen, 100% of people on Earth will die. I promise you, okay? That will happen. Okay, you're going to die. It's something you have to accept, right? And like, how you go is up to you. But I would hope that you wouldn't choose shitting yourself in a hospital, right? While your kids watched and looked on, and everybody had to stand there and look at you like pooping into a goddamn fucking pan with tubes going in and out of your goddamn body, right? With some fucking machine that was just going, psh, psh, right, forcing you to breathe. Like, that sounds like a fucking terrible way to go. Just accept your death.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? And like,
and you have to fucking force your fucking offspring to fucking watch that happen.
Well,
By the way-
no, your offspring should watch you die. That's the natural process of things. It sucks
Right.
for them, but it is. And Tom, you've had your own scare of mortality.
We all
certainly had my own scare of mortality. AP's had his own scare of mortality. I would rather die at home in my bed and shit myself there than a hospital. I'd rather die around the people I care about and not soulless nurses and doctors.
Look, I want to die having sex, me personally. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of my mentality.
That's a good way to
right?
go. It's a good way to go.
I want to go out. I want to go out the way I lived. You know what I mean? Right? But like, it just is what it is.
Still having sex and punching the cop. Tom, you got an idea.
having sex, punching a cop, you know what I'm saying, and running around making babies, right? I want to impregnate a bitch when I leave. You know what I mean? Dead. You know what I'm saying? End of the day.
You get
You know what I mean? Like,
gorilla
the
before I go.
humanity, all that type of shit, right? You know what I mean? Like, I want to bless the earth with a child as I go out. Anyway, right? So like, but this is kind of the fucking point. Like, and the thing is we are just in fucking capable of having these basic conversations because we really actually don't have anybody in power. We don't have any real elected officials, and this country's too big to run on its own, right? And we need to like break this bitch into fucking pieces.
I love.
Yeah, so you agree with balkanization, or maybe a peaceful divorce, some might say.
100%. I do.
Yeah,
peaceful would be nice, but I'm not sure it's going to work that way.
Well, the thing is, though, it wouldn't work that way because you have half the country right now that just wants to be left the fuck alone, and then you have another half of the country that wants to control everything else for everyone.
Half the
well,
the whole
here's the deal.
Shit, but like,
I just want to be left the fuck alone. That's it. 100% for cereal. Fucking period.
For cereal
to be left alone.
See, this is why I say you're a normie, Floyd. All right?
Leave me alone.
Floyd, this is why I say you're a normie, because you say phrases like for cereal. All right, legit. That's why exactly I call you a fucking normie. All right. Number one, you know what I'm saying? You're a furry without a suit. right? And number two, you say words like for cereal. Okay, like nobody.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and fucking ass slap you right now.
Yo, look, all right.
I'm
Yo,
a furry
look,
without a fucking suit. Okay,
Look, you've
I
asked
don't
you
have
look.
third
You have
$3 grand.
Don't
I
need
do
the
not
suit. I
have
didn't see the suit.
$3 grand to fucking
Why are you proud
spend
of this?
nilly willy.
Lord, here we go again.
Right, all right. So Floyd,
Has this been
Floyd,
a topic of discussion for a second, or is this?
Floyd, look, Floyd, listen, all right. You have started off, I've heard you start asking questions of me going, well, Tom, I was pawing one off the other day. All right, yo, look, seriously, okay?
What?
Like, yo.
What?
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 Please, Tom, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to mute because I want to hear this. But what?
Oh my God!
Right, like you've asked me questions. You came to me and said, "Tom, I was pawing one off the other day," and then asked me a question, right? Because like in your brain, you think that the rest of us, right, like would use the words pawing one off. All right, you are about as normie type of motherfucker as normies goddamn come, right? Because like you're so far right away from like the rest of us on our mentalities, right? Because like you think that thing would be a fucking socially acceptable thing, right? In the same way that these trans people think that I'm going to call them bug and bug self. All right, I'm not fucking doing it. All right, legitimately. All right.
Yeah, and you would expect me to do that. You would expect
You
me
literally
to
expect me to accept the fact that you said pawing one
Zimzer
off.
or whatever.
You
I'm
had
not
on a
doing
pair.
that.
You know, in my head, I
fucking
had to
idiot.
think. In my head, I had to think of you wearing a pair of furry gloves, jerking your motherfucking carrot. All right, like yo,
With the big cartoon hands and everything, the giant fucking
Jerking
cartoon
my
gloves.
carrot. Oh my god!
Like it's Mickey
You
Mouse squeezing one off.
What the fuck?
God damn,
Dude, all right. I'm gonna give you fucking 100%. Okay.
By the way, PJ Luda, what up, man? Nice to see you out there, my brother.
Pawing is masturbating.
Just stop it, Floyd.
We all got that. We
figured that out.
Yeah,
Pretty quick. We figured that out pretty fucking quick.
All right,
God, I
yo,
thought
I'm
you were
pretty
asking
good
your
at
dog.
context.
Then why is it a problem?
Because you're gonna eventually paw the carrot straight up your
You don't
butt.
tell other
You don't want to
dudes
hear
to
that.
fucking masturbate. I don't know why this needs to be said.
I came in for serious political talk, but I will stay for the furry shaming.
Okay. Two
Collar
reasons.
Canuck, what up?
I'm trying to be nice. Okay. One reason. I'm trying to be nice.
Like, you tell your mom you're gonna go pull one off?
Eddie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Eddie?
I was until I.
Yo, you should be damn grateful I did not take the sound clip of your grandmother, right? Fucking going, Eddie, are you okay? After you fell down the fucking steps drunk and didn't put that to fucking Alien Ant Farm. Like, keep it at 100%, all right? You should be damn grateful I didn't do that.
You really should. You should thank Tom right now because he had every right to the internet.
You do realize that fucking EMS actually fucking showed up for that.
No, no, that was not EMS. That was the FBI, because that was the same night that you said like you would go out with your single shot,
9mm with no bullets.
Gun. Yo. He said yo, Ed, were you there for this one? Like, yo, because he said he was going to go out. Remember, he said he was going to go out with his single barrel breech loading fucking 12 gauge and go to war with the FBI.
He goes on a carriage.
Floyd, you are amazing. I want want you to know that. Like, yo, you are one of my favorite people on the internet because, like, just entertainment, son. Like, just entertainment.
Don't get
Okay,
wrong, man. This is some good
good
spirit
for
living. It's
you,
actually
I
nice to
guess.
talk to you. I hope you're good, Floyd. It's been a while, Peter. I hope you're also doing good.
Yeah, I'm all right, man. I'm living. You know what I mean? I'm alive right now, so that's all that fucking matters. You know what I mean?
I feel you on that. Happy to be here. Happy to be alive. So,
how's
Yeah.
your health doing, man? Fucking how's chemo?
I have
Everything
hair
good?
again. I have hair.
You have
Oh,
hair.
hey,
I mean, that's a good
news.
thing. You know, that's a good thing. Yeah.
I've had treatment in like 4 months now. The little girl's getting big. The wife is a woman, which is, I guess, apparently a shocking thing in today's world.
I mean, man, pregnancy now is a thing. You know, welcome back to the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it? Like, I hear fucking infant mortality is like 90%.
I just, bro, I'm not, look, seriously. The moment you fucking stand there and start arguing with them, they win, okay? Legit.
Yeah,
just stop arguing with them.
You just kind of just like tell them to shut up and walk away.
Yeah.
That's just how that works. And they
You're
respect it too. They respect you more for it.
Which, by the way, Ed, good to see you again.
Oh, what's up, Darkstar? Hope you're doing good, man.
Oh, man, life is pretty good down here in the southern hemisphere.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Did you hear? Yeah, did you hear he moved down to fucking, whatchamacallit? Yo, Ballistic, what up, man? Welcome to the Church of Jesus Christ is not a bitch, man, nigga. We literally just ran a guy off the stream, I think. I feel bad. He fucking left.
Well, how much has he been drinking today? Because he sounds like the little Floyd I know.
Sober.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, he fucking, he fucking hit me up in my Discord. He tagged me. He's like, yo, you want to talk and shit. And I was like, I'm with the family. And I mean, then like the kids went to bed and I was like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I'll come in and talk to you on Discord. And then like, and then everybody we were having a really good conversation about shit. And I was like, yo, fuck it. Let's take this shit live. You know, and like, it's working out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Like, so I have no idea. I haven't been talking to him all day. Like, I talked to him for about 5-10 minutes and I came up with this idea of like, yo, who is really running the goddamn government? Because I know it is not that goddamn fucking skin suit who was elected as like, or stolen as, or put in as president. You know what I mean?
Dude, I hate to really go back to this point because it makes me sound like a dirty leftist, but it's corporations. We live in an oligarchy.
Oh, dude, we were talking about that.
Yeah, we were just having that conversation.
And the funny thing is, like, when I go to social media or YouTube, eating this stupid shit, and all these leftist cucks, they have some point, but they never call out the corporations because the corporations all agree with them. Corporations want us fat and lazy. They want us addicted to
okay,
porn.
wait a minute. So here's what it is, right? So like corporations, what they want is the same people that schools want, right? They want fat females who are going to sit in the desk all day and just not fucking say a word, right? And
for
not
8
bitch
hours
about
a day.
Shit, right?
That's
and
why
so,
they
like, what are they
punish
doing?
boys.
What are they like? What are they doing? They're getting rid of like masculinity and like fucking gender and like all the things that like make us like fucking not like each other and racism and sexism and homophobia, so that they can put as many people as possible into their goddamn corporate schools and their fucking goddamn government and their fucking their goddamn offices and cubicles. You know what I mean? That's what that shit's about.
No, I completely agree. Which the social engineering is crazy because you know one right you do have. You're allowed to have hate.
Yo, blue collar
really
man, this is not Barack Obama's third term. All right. This is not legitimately. All right. It's I wish I could say that this was Barack Obama's third term because I at least kind of like Barack Obama. You know what I mean? With Joe Biden at any given time, I'm concerned he's going to smack a foreign diplomat, right? And just like start zapping the fuck out and shit.
What's
like,
up, Jack? Start screaming Jack, smacking the prime minister in China.
Come on, Fats. How many push-ups can you do? I don't know, old man. How many times will your elbows break in half when you fucking try to do one? They put you on a bicycle and you literally just fell the fuck over from a fucking stiff breeze. All right, old man? Like your skin is falling off of your muscle at this point. You're not even a person.
You look like the fucking crypt keeper.
Going upstairs 3 times.
Hey, people remember though, the most voted for ever president.
I liked Obama as a dude. Like, when he went to other countries, he started doing his like, well, I'm here to tell you something, right? I love that. Like, yo, fucking right, yo, he's smooth. He was cool. Everybody liked him. Yeah, hell yes. Like, let him go fucking, do fucking tea parties with the queen and shit. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But like, when Joe Biden goes over there and starts shaking hands with ghosts in other countries, you know what I mean? I
shits
get
his
fucking
pants while
kind of
doing it.
concerned.
shits his pants while doing it. Like you meet the Pope in the first. Like I'm sorry, I don't like the Pope. If I met the Pope, I like to imagine I'm not going to shit my pants while doing it.
Yo, look, Joshua Demers, man. All right, if he chose that broad to be his wife, you know what I mean, and she is manly or has a penis, that's his business. I don't care, because you know what? At least he didn't go like, yeah, I'm a homosexual and I like to take it up the ass. He didn't say that in front of the country. I respect the man, right, who fucking at least approaches you like a dude. He could be a homosexual in the corner. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Whatever you do in your free time is your fucking business, all right? As long as you ain't fucking kids, I don't care. Obama could have had like goats in the Oval Office he had sex with, right? And legitimately, we found out about it like 50 years later. I'm like, oh, I don't really care. I don't give a fuck. Like, just do your fucking job. That's all the fuck I care about. Like, real shit.
He does have the name for fucking goats.
Yeah. That's the fucking problem and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I have a problem with Joe Biden because like Joe Biden like goes to other countries and makes us all look like we're retarded for electing this goddamn fucking like meat puppet. You know what I mean?
Are we
like
not?
What? Are we not what?
I mean, there are people here that fucking voted for that retard.
I have never heard anyone sing his praises.
How can you say his phrases? You have to be senile to say his phrases correctly.
Oh, shoot, dude, even down here in Australia, people hate his ass.
No, sing his praises.
Yo, I'm saying though, like, I've never heard anyone here in America like, oh, like, yeah, he's a great president. We love him. I've never heard anyone say this. Ever.
Dude, Tom, down here in Australia, he's a fucking joke.
He's a joke everywhere.
Yeah, but like, I'm just saying, there are individuals that did fucking vote for him. Like, I work with a few of these individuals. Like,
you work with some people who think that Biden's a good president.
Yeah.
That's not even fucking possible.
I do. I legit do, and it blows my mind because I watched my 401k go down 40% we don't have business. Like, we don't have business at all. No one's buying fucking cars because inflation is increasing.
I told you this was coming for the past 3 years. Did you not listen to me?
No, I knew about it. But the thing is, though, if you know history, you're due to watch everyone repeat it for you.
No. This isn't history. No, this isn't history, son. All right, this is not. Yeah. This is the end of like expansion. This is the end of more. This is like the end of capitalism. At least as we understand it.
Oh shit! I'm getting sacrificed.
Yeah, we both are. Don't feel bad.
This is Klaus Schwab shit.
No. This is like, okay, so like the problem is like Earth's population is going up. Yeah, but it's in Africa. And Africans don't buy things, all right? Africans aren't paying $6 for a Starbucks coffee.
No, they aren't.
You know what I'm saying?
So like, we're gonna fucking starve to death here when the fertilizer runs out this winter.
Well, next winter, right? Next year they're fucked. That's kind of where it is, right? So, like I told all of you for the past 3 years, the end of this year was going to be fucking terrible, right? Legit. I told y'all, like, fucking end of this year is all the baby boomers hit mass retirement. I warned you what was coming. I warned you this shit was going to get fucked up. I warned you shit was going to be heavy. And it was even worse because of the fucking COVID and shit, right? Legit. And like, nobody listened. Like, why would you leave your money in that 401k if you knew 100% that shit was going to goddamn happen? There's a reason why I cleared out my crypto fucking last May. Right. And then it all collapsed in June. Like, I knew it was coming. Right? I warned everybody, like, this shit's happening. Like, get the fuck out of Dodge. And like, nobody listened. Like, I have a dude right now. I was talking to another server. The fuck's his name? He's from TFM server. But like, he sat here and he had fucking like 18 bitcoins he fucking bought or some shit, right? And it was more than that. I want to say it's like 30. But like, he sat here and he had over $1 million in fucking Bitcoin when it was at its peak, and he didn't sell. And he's still holding on to it. And like, he has lost like fucking God, since 2020, he's lost like fucking 60% of his net worth. You know what I mean?
Forward.
Yeah. Like he's like, and he keeps talking about. Every time I talk to him, he's like, "It's going to go up to 300,000. It's going to be worth all this." And I'm like, "Dude, that's never going to happen." Like, yo, because nobody's going to buy into it. There's never going to be that much liquid capital in the goddamn market ever again.
Oh,
It was
exactly.
worth, yeah, like yo, the crypto market was worth $1 trillion in 2021. All right, it's like down to like fucking like I don't know, like 300 billion or some shit right now.
See, and the
Like,
one thing that people don't realize is the smaller altcoins are starting to rise up.
no, they're not. All right, these are they're all pump and dump schemes. Crypto's over. Crypto's done. Like it's over with. There's no more crypto anymore. Like dead crypto altogether. Like it's fucking done. Right? Crypto was in there for a moment when when you had all the baby boomers throwing all their money into the market looking for yield, right? And you had all the fucking stimulus coming out, right? And you had all these fucking PPE things coming out, right? You just had tons of liquid cash and everybody was sitting at home not working, right? Literally, like everybody just pumped all their money and motherfucking like all these fucking Elon Musk and goddamn Kim Kardashian, all these people were just pumping fucking these goddamn coins to the moon, right? And everybody just dumped all their cash in there because it was a giant pump and dump scheme. It's like GameStop. It was a pump and dump scheme. And and if you didn't fucking get out at the top, like an intelligent person, like I did. Remember when we bought all that Doge, right? And we made all that goddamn money, and I told you get the fuck out, right? When it hit fucking like 70, I was like, get the fuck out, right? And like, nobody fucking listened. Like, motherfuckers wanted to say it's gonna go to $3. No, it's not. The fuck out, right?
No,
And everybody
dude,
fucking lost their ass
when you did.
Yeah, because we're smart, right? Motherfuckers don't do not buy into crypto. Like, it's all going down. Like right now, at the moment, like, you had a small bump, right? And it's gonna it'll go up a little bit, and then it's gonna crash back down and keep crashing. That's just how shit is gonna be for a while because the boomers are pulling their money out of the market because they're all broke. They don't have a choice but to lock in their losses. They need the money to be able to survive.
That's
man,
true. That is on the downside too, man. I mean,
go ahead.
If because I think Social Security is about to hit its own massive issue with the amount of people that are going to be trying to draw from it, and the system is broke.
It's a Ponzi scheme. You know what I mean? Like, half of the goddamn millennial workforce are goddamn independent contractors. They don't even have 401ks to put in if they wanted to. Legit, shit is fucked right now. Real talk.
That's another reason why I'm not too worried about leaving the U.S. and eventually going through processing to renounce my citizenship entirely, just because of the fact that I'm not going to get out anything that I paid in. So why worry about it?
Like, it is what it is, right? And like my mental has always been with things. Look, bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered, son. Real shit. Don't be a pig, right? And you can make money off of anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
But don't buy into it like a religion. Like crypto is not a religion, right? These guys who are still holding on to shit. You know what I mean? Like, they're in a religion, they're in a cult, they have beliefs, right? And like guys are over here talking about fucking blockchain fucking technology to solve the issues of record contracts. It's hang on a minute, wait a minute. Let me get this right? So 0.00000000001% of the population being on a record contract is a fucking item that we should goddamn buy, right? What? Are you retarded? Real shit. For what reason would that be a good idea? You know what I mean?
Also, dude, what's even stupider is this idea of NFTs.
No, wait, there's some NFTs I actually like, right?
Right.
So there's this NFT that somebody pitched to me one time that I liked, right? It was basically, if you have this NFT, what it was is they had memberships to a whole bunch of country clubs all over America, right? And basically, if you bought into this NFT, right, and you showed it at the door, you could use that NFT to play a round of golf at any of these fucking at any of these country clubs.
No, that's kind of an interesting idea.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. That's a good thing.
What I'm getting at is using NFT as a currency, where they're sitting there like, oh yeah, I can put one pixel on a screen and sell it for a few $1 million. No, fuck that.
Yeah. You know, what I mean, Tennessee Marine said F. Yo, what's going on? Is my shit fucked? Some of the capitalism. Yeah, but like, yeah, so like again, there's some of this stuff that like, sure, it kind of makes some type of sense, right? And like they might survive the storm, but then again, they might not. You know what I mean? So like, because like that there, like that idea of like the whole like country club thing, that's an idea like a dinner club card, right? Like back in the day, they used to have like if you were part of some club, like you got discounts at restaurants or fucking, like being part of AAA, like you go to some place for like a tire repair, I mean, like they'll do it for fucking free or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that type of thing is fine, right? That's something that's been going on for like 80 years. But let's be honest here, a lot of those memberships are the fuck down at this point, right? Because like, who the fuck has an AAA fucking an AAA thing anymore, right? You know what I mean? A AAA fucking thing. The only people who get it are like if your parents or your grandparents buying it for like a college kid going off to school or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's not something that's long term motherfucking whatchamacallit, Enclave Harden, what up? Right? So that's kind of like where we get down to. So like if NFTs can do that type of shit, that's great. But like as far as crypto is concerned, the whole goddamn thing's a fucking scam. Like they're like, man, fucking fiat currency is terrible. And I'm like, but you're creating another fiat currency, like you stupid fuck. like, are you fucking retarded? Man, listen, it hurts a lot when I hit myself in the head with a golf club. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get a baseball bat. That'll be better. Like you're fucking retarded. Like you're a stupid fuck. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? It don't make no goddamn sense. Right?
Yeah, no, I got it.
Yeah, it's like all right, so like right now there's a stock that I'm looking at the moment that I'm just going like I can't fucking believe this shit, and I'm probably gonna buy someone that has some extra cash. It's ArcelorMittal, right? ArcelorMittal is a steel producer. They have a lot of steel mills in the United States and all over the world, right? But like, so do you know what a PE ratio is?
I do not.
All right, so it's price per earning. So like it's kind of like, so how much if you take all the stock, right? You know what I'm saying, and you multiply it times, the price of the stock, right? The amount of stock, and then like you get that number, and then you take that and you versus it, or you take it and you look at it versus like their revenue or like how much fucking profit they have, right? So then like you go, all right, well, so like if it's this big, say like Tesla's $10,000 is their thing, right? Is their goddamn revenue, right? Or their profit, right? They have a $10,000 profit and their shares are worth $100, right? It'll have it'll have 100 to 1 PE ratio. So it's price per earning, right? So like how much are you earning versus how much is like a fucking share worth, right? Okay. So now the PE ratio of Tesla right now is like $300 or 300 to 1, right? Which is retarded. You should never buy a company worth more than 15, like ever. But ArcelorMittal has a PE ratio of 1, right? Damn. So like 5 is considered low, right? Like 5 is considered like, oh my God, this company has great potential. 1 is this company is selling for like it's going out of business, right? Like, you know what I mean? And like, but the thing is like this company is not going out of business anytime soon because they're literally fucking steel producers in the United States.
I see. And what's the cost of their stock right now?
Yeah, has a PE ratio of 1.
Well, yeah, but what's the cost of it?
I don't fucking know. It's like fucking $50 a share or some shit. I don't really fucking know, to be honest with you, right? That's that's kind of where the mentality is. Like that's what I'm looking at right now. Because like if it's that low, there's no way you can lose money. It's not possible to lose money. It's just not sexy.
Okay, I could disagree with you on that for one reason.
What up? Oh, memes and instruction news. What up? Why you disagree with me?
Government regulations and intervention.
It's steel, dude. We need steel. Like no matter what you do, you need steel.
We
I
should
know we need,
make a lot more
but
of it.
if they decide to start putting all that green energy shit up, they won't be able to produce steel.
No, you have like that's not a thing, right? It's just not a thing. It's not a thing. Doesn't exist. Not a thing. You know, what I mean, don't be retarded. Like, there's steel in everything we make. I don't give a fuck what you're doing. Even if you're buying like aluminum, it still has steel in the alloy, right? Like,
Right.
everything we make has steel in it, right? Whether it's a TV, a cell phone, a car, your furniture, like fucking your house, the goddamn fucking telephone wires, fucking piping, plumbing, fucking everything has steel in it. Everything.
Right.
Right? So you cannot not use steel. There's nothing else that'll replace it.
No, yeah, and I'm saying, yeah, there is nothing that will replace it. I'm not arguing that. I'm arguing that government regulations trying to make everything more green might actually hurt the steel industry significantly.
No.
The steel industry's basically almost been destroyed in the United States. It's been that way since the 80s.
Well, they're not. No. Like, you don't understand. They cannot. Ed, man, bro, like your shit is all retarded, right? So, like, all right, thank you, my brother. Right, fucking. So, like, you literally cannot stand here and have like a fucking economy as a whole without steel. Like, it's just not possible.
I'm not disagreeing with you. This used to be a big steel town. Peter, you know where I live.
Yeah. Right. You know, I mean, like, there's no way that we cannot not have steel. So therefore, they will always have a customer, right? You know, I mean, like, the United States is not retarded, and on top of that, with all the like the American made shit, and with all the mentality of if you're building weapons, right, like it has to be made here. So again, literally cannot go out of business. Cannot go out of business.
You are correct, and I agree with you.
I don't understand what you're saying, man. It sounds like you're inside of like a car motor.
Say bye and back out because my shit's all retarded right now. You all have a good one.
Later, my brother. Yeah, that's where we are right now. Like, real shit. Like, this cannot lose money. Right?
No, that sounds pretty good.
You know what I mean? Like, it cannot go down. You know what I mean? So, like, therefore, like, this is the guaranteed earner, right? And not like, even if it, like, so literally, like, it would, like, the stock has, like, to be normal, the stock would have to multiply 5 times.
Right.
Right. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm looking at right now. You know what I mean? This type of shit. Okay. That's where my mentality is. You know?
I honestly wish I knew a little bit more about economics and the way all that works, but I'm just a gearhead, so
I feel you. I'm a gearhead too, but like, I'll be trying to pay attention to a lot of stuff because I'll be bored. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta go buy a junkyard motor for my fucking truck and rebuild it and fucking, you know what I mean, put it all together and then swap them out. You know, it's what it is that I do. You know what I mean? Oh, Captain Capitalism back. I had to stream. But anyway, right? Yeah. Let's get back to the conversation at hand. Who the fuck is running this country?
Yo, I liked your metaphor a while ago. It was something along the lines of the government is like a dump truck with no one driving going down a hill. It's just going to roll over anything it gets in its way, and it's not steering itself.
Yeah. Like somebody put a brick on the pedal and like fucking just bungee cord the goddamn fucking, you know what I mean, the goddamn steering wheel. I think that was Ed's fucking thing. Or Dark Stars, one of the two. Oh, that was yours? Yeah. That's the best metaphor ever. Like the government is it's running itself at the moment. You know what I mean? Like it's not nobody the fuck is in charge of it. And that's why like everybody's upset about what it does, because nobody has any idea, like, because we're not electing officials that fix anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. So at this point, the officials are more like figureheads more than anything else.
Basically, right? They're just here to like be like faces in front of some shit, because like they're not actually like running anything. Anybody hear about like fucking this journalist that disappeared at the FBI raided him?
Yeah, I was hearing about that.
Any idea? Anybody got any ideas what the fuck is going on with that? Because like I haven't done any research. And then I found out there's a family out in Michigan that disappeared for like 5 days before the dad called 911 and said that like he's of vital national interest because like fucking of what happened on 9/11. They're trying to kill him.
Well, I do
what?
know. I do know that depending on where they're at in Michigan, out near the Brad Township, there's actually a dead zone because there is an area where they do hide people at all.
Yeah. Like I don't know what the hell's going on, man. Like there's some crazy ass shit popping off right now. It's kind of dangerous to like, put things out as far as stuff's really concerned.
We's at the end of an era.
Well, like it's just at any means possible. You know what I mean? By any means motherfucking necessary. They're fucking just trying to motherfucking just keep on the goddamn plan that they're going on. And it's not working. Like I'll be real. The part of the country that they reliably have on their fucking side is almost at the point of revolting because of like what's going on with the heating prices this winter.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so, with the Northeast, like fucking standing here going like, hey, look, we can't pay $7 a gallon for fucking heating oil. Oh, and by the way, we have 25 days worth of diesel left, folks. So, I mean, that's most definitely an interesting point too, as well.
We have a whole what?
What?
This is new information. 20 days?
25 days worth of diesel left.
If you want to throw a link in Discord at some point.
Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna have to you know what I'm saying, like fucking do a video on it. I was looking at it earlier, I mean I gotta do more research into it and see what's going on. There's just so much stuff. Like just so much. Ballistic Zero, do not blame the EPA. It's not the EPA's fault. It's just everything's fucked at the moment. And I mean like fucking apparently fucking Saudi Arabia applied to be in BRICS. So
BRICS,
that's
like wall
it's a bit of a problem.
or?
BRICS is economic fucking union. It's fucking Brazil, Russia, India, China, and shit, fucking Sudan. Something I don't know. It's like there's an S country. What up?
Was it Sudan or Singapore?
It might be Singapore. I don't know.
So pretty much
like,
just reverse NATO.
Yeah. And so Saudi Arabia just applied to be in it.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. So, I mean, like, if we have OPEC and BRIC fighting against us to get goddamn fucking oil prices under control, things are going to get ugly, right? Apparently, I found out that all of Europe is being supplied by Qatar at the moment for their fucking natural gas needs.
I don't like acoustics.
Huh?
Yeah, they're getting supplied by guitar.
Yeah, that's interesting. Fun under cars. We are neutral in oil. We have a problem where we need to import heavy crude, right? Because we don't have any, right? And all the stuff that we were using was coming out of Canada with the tar sands, but like we have a problem where Canada had two things. They had a big ass rail revolt, and then on top of that, you had to shut down the Keystone pipeline, a second Keystone pipeline, and now we're not able to get the fucking oil out of the tar sands and shit, right? So, I mean, that's a problem. Plus, with Russia's shit going offline, that's another goddamn issue. That's a third of it coming out. You know what I mean?
You're 25 days of diesel left in the U.S. That seems
pretty much
a little.
Buy your canned goods and your rice.
Yeah, canned goods and rice, fellas. Canned goods and rice.
Because diesel ships all your food.
Yeah. Well, diesel ships everything.
Well, I mean, a nice pen made in China is pretty cool, but I like eating first.
Yeah. Thunder Carver Kid says, but we are net neutral in oil. Sort of, kind of, right? Like, so we are the world's largest oil exporter at this point, right? But, like, the problem is that, like, all of our oil that we produce is really light. right? So we need heavy crude to make things like diesel fuel and motherfucking no, notwithstanding, we are still like fucking, you know, what I mean, a massive fucking producer of goddamn oil, right? But like the problem is that like we can't turn the heavy shit that we have into, or the light shit that we have
You need the
into the
light
heavy
and
products.
heavy. You need the
Yeah, you need a sour crude to turn into diesel, heating oil, kerosene, fucking all these type of fucking products that, you know, I mean, you know, kind of fundamentally are a necessity for our country.
Fucking vegetable oil and like WD-40. Both are
There's
useful
a
in their own aspect, but not.
there,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, blue collar we're not shipping our resources to China, right? It's kind of not how it works. So like it's a big like, all right, so it's kind of like China's closest fucking shit is Iran and Saudi Arabia, right? That's their closest fucking oil routes, right? And then so what happens is instead of like Saudi Arabia shipping west or east, yeah, west, right, towards us, they start shipping east towards fucking China, right? And then what happens is all the people who are buying shit that was out west, Canada, fucking, you know, South America, goddamn Europe, they buy all their shit off of us, right? Instead of like buying it off of Saudi Arabia. So like all their shit starts shipping eastward. India, China, Australia, New Zealand, fucking Thailand, Singapore, Japan, all that type of shit, right? So like it's kind of like it's not so much that we're shipping our shit to China, it's that like we're replacing the shit that like China's now getting, right? It used to be China had to pay Mr. LM002. Yes, I did. I got my job back, right? But it's still not looking good because, you know, fucking they're talking about going back on strike after the goddamn November elections because, well, you know, nothing like paying politics with individual jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that and the whole 25 days of diesel thing probably doesn't help you out either.
Yeah.
All right, ballistic zero. All right, so there's two different types of oil, right? There's really light shit that like you immediately turn into things like gasoline, right? You know, what I mean, or kerosene. And then there's really heavy shit that like you turn into things like diesel fuel, right? Things that run like ships, trains, tractor trailers, right? They're two separate. They're made of the same products, right? But like you have to have like sour, heavy crude, right, which is much thicker, right? And like the shit that like we have that comes out of like the fracking fields and comes out of Texas is really light. That's why you say like Texas sweet crude, right?
It's
You know, what I mean, or Texas
comparable
sweet.
to like Kool-Aid. You know, the consistency of it depends on how much shit's inside of it, the density of carbon and calories within the oil, and some shit's better for others. Like you can't, if you tried to use like really white oil for like I don't know, greasing axles and shit, like your axle's gonna catch on fire.
Yeah. You gotta have heavy. You gotta have heavy fucking oil. Oh, motor oils, lubrication,
Yeah,
hydraulic oil, things of this nature. Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
and
Right.
diesel doesn't really burn; it just fucking explodes under compression. That's why.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah. That's literally like, you know, so like we have to have heavy and sweet. Like we need both, right? You know, what I mean, you have to have heavy and light crude in order to make all the range of products that you need for a modern economy to be able to function. Like even our trains, like most of our trains are electric, right? But they all run off a diesel generator, right? Which generates the motherfucking, it generates the electricity that pumps into the goddamn wheels or pumps into the motor that turns the fucking wheels because of the instant torque, right? So like you have to have heavy crude for rail to run, right? You have to have heavy crude for fucking trucks to run. You have to have heavy crew for things like ships, right? You know, what I mean, like fucking big ass shipping containers and goddamn freighters, and you know, like your those flat things that they put all the coal on and shit.
Your estimate's short. We're down to 23 days.
Oh, 23 days. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, things are about to get super ugly. We're so fucked.
Man, you know, it's like a bitch. You know, you just throw the bag over her head. Things will be fine.
Yo, does anybody like I'll be real. I need to do some real research into this because I need to know what the fuck. Why are we running out of diesel? That is a real ass question. Like, why?
Do you have a rail yard guy? Because like you got a guy for about everything.
I do. I have a guy for everything. I do have rail yard guys, right? I know like the goddamn regional manager of motherfucking Norfolk Southern and shit, right? Like I know him personally, but like again, I don't know what's going on with diesel.
Yeah, I know the assistant manager from Dunder Mifflin.
Dunder Mifflin? Yeah, I mean, like, you know, they're a paper company. They're not really going to help with this at the moment, you know? I'm saying, like, yo, yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. Here's what we're gonna do, right? Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this stream right now, and I'm gonna go do some research. I'm gonna figure this shit the fuck out, and I'm gonna do a video about it. All right, so everybody can sit here and like fucking, like know what I know. You know what I mean? Well, Mr. LM002, of course they are. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is a nationwide diesel issue. We don't know, PJ Luda. I'm gonna go do some research. I'm gonna figure this shit out. I'm gonna put a video out on it. But in the meantime, thank you everybody for coming out. Like, we're gonna fucking figure this shit out. And because I can't put like stuff up on screen because StreamYard's unlocked a whole bunch of shit to fuck up. I'm gonna holla at y'all motherfuckers later. Give me like an hour and I'll drop this next video. I'll do some research and figure out what the fuck's going on. All right. Night, my brothers. Peace.
Adios.
All right.